Hello and welcome to God Talk. We spend a lot of time talking about our belief, but don't very often stop to look at the word belief itself. The word belief has two parts. The first, be, and the second, lief. The first part, be, means to exist or to be, to have a presence in reality, to live. And the second, lief, comes from an Old English word, meaning to love or willingly or gladly. So belief means something like loving life or living gladly. It brings me to my quotation by a British author called Aidan Chambers, who was born in 1934. The quote comes from one of his books for young adults entitled Now I Know, first published in 1987. One of the characters, having looked at the two parts of the word belief, says this: so belief means your will to give all your attention to living with loving gladness in the world you think really does exist. Now, of course, we use the word belief in lots of ways. We can have a belief that something is true. I believe that. Sometimes we say we have a belief in a person, meaning we have trust in them. But the word itself takes us back to the point of all our believing, to live life willingly, gladly. Now, for those like me who think of God as that in which we live and move and have our being, and that God is life, there are some God talks on that, then this is what we mean by belief, saying yes to life, living life, loving life. That can be a challenge. The variety of life, of course, is stunning. The sheer exuberance of biological life is matched by the extension of life in time and space. But if God is in all life and the sustainer of all life, then all life is intimately in God. And some life is not so attractive. As we watch the slow disintegration of a human mind, human beings at war with each other, one species preying upon another, some forms of life seem revolting. But this is the real challenge of faith, to accept the whole of life, to say yes to life, to live life gladly and wholeheartedly. Learning to do that, learning to treat all forms of life appropriately and with reverence is the challenge of belief. To have respect for the power of life and learn ways to embrace life in all its forms is to have belief in the God of life, the God in whom we live and move and have our being. So, belief means your will to give all your attention to living with loving gladness in the world you think really does exist. Another great phrase. Well, tune in again for another God Talk. Thank you for listening.